Thank you, Reverend. Good morning.
Good morning.
Well, if you felt uncomfortable following Eric, how do you They always put me at the end, but that's all right because I've been the tallest and I've always been at the end anyway. So it's not a new position for me. But I tell you that I'm very deeply disturbed because not only are they replicating a model for national, in Yonkers, New York, just this past 2 days, 2 Democrats defected to 7 Republicans and ousted Ken Jenkins as the chair and Lyndon Williams as the vice chair. The first time in the history of Westchester County where the County Board of Legislature was headed by people of African descent in a backroom deal. 2 Democrats helped to oust history.
My Lord.
What we're seeing is not a phenomenon that it should be new to us. But I think that in 2008 we were delusioned by the fact that we had finally elected a black man to the presidency of the United States and to the free world.
Right.
The delusion came because we thought that we could put everything aside. And our young people look at racial relationships differently. My daughter dates a young white boy who, if her grandfather were alive, he'd be he couldn't help himself. But I believe that if we're really going to have a world that we say is equal, then we have to allow relationships to develop. But we have to also, however, caution against the fact that everybody is not as ready as everybody else. And in that process, we should never then be surprised to know that racism continues to be alive and well. And if you've forgotten, just think this last year in the presidency of the United States, how one of the most brilliant leaders of the free world was denigrated every day.
Yes.
We say, well, that's the president. Well, that was John Sampson. You know, and part of what I think concerns me deeply is the silence. See, and the silence, if we say it, we're self-serving. But where are our friends who tell us that they believe that we should be empowered? Who has written an editorial to say, what a disgrace? Who has written an editorial to say, let's call for the impeachment of Malcolm Smith, or Jeff Klein, or Diane Savino? Our union members are our friends, and yet they condone one of their labor leaders to defect. Everybody is quiet. So if you're quiet, Hazel, if you're quiet, Hazel, backroom deals happen because people think they can do it and get away with it. Okay? And so we're here this morning, and we should have been here 3 weeks ago to have this conversation that didn't happen because some people got afraid. Well, I'm going to tell you something. I can only die once.
That's right.
I've never been afraid. And I've never not been afraid because I was tall. I've never not been afraid because I've tested myself. And I've been tested and I haven't failed because God has never failed me. I don't go out there on the battlefield alone because if I waited for man, I would alone. There'll be only one set of footsteps in the sand. But I've got guidance that takes me where we are supposed to go. And I'm saying to you, it doesn't matter how long the assembly members or the Senate members work on your behalf. If you're silent,
All right.
when we were being vilified as being the problem. See, nobody understood that those were code words for black folks in charge. See, I don't have no problem saying it. You're not comfortable in saying it. I'm comfortable. I'm very comfortable. Because those are code words. And see, when I went to the convention, I knew when the governor was being elected to the governorship. And I got up to Rye Town Hilton. And all the way up the path were these big posters that said, the new Democratic Party. See, and David had been the governor. So we're going to be new Democrats?
Yeah.
I understand code words. See, I understand the English language. I make it my business to understand it. So when I fight with you about words, you tell me it's semantics, but I'm going to tell you something. It's dangerous. It's dangerous not to understand the language. You have to understand what's being said to you. We got a fight on our hands. It's not going to be easy. It is not going to be easy to take back this majority.
My Lord.
But we need your prayers, but we need your voices. We need your voices to be loud. There needs to be clamoring that says that the things that we're doing are on behalf of the people who elected us. And that it is not us who are self-serving, but we have the support of our constituents who sent us to Albany. Look at the voting. Look at how many votes Bill Perkins got. Look at the percentage that Eric Adams got. Look at the percentage by which John Sampson was elected. Look at the percentage by which I was elected. If 98.7% of the people say that we should go back to Albany as the leadership, who is Dean Skelos to say otherwise?